Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, or they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. What's good? Welcome
good?
back to the Urban X podcast, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yep.
We are the number one father and son podcast on the planet. I'm Malcom. This is the artist formerly known as the Black Dot, 3-time author, the Hulk himself, hip hop urban life coach, the Black Dot. Dwayne Bowser's in the building. What's good? Hit the button. Give yourself a button.
Yes. Yeah.
Hit the button.
Yes.
What is happening, everybody? Somebody said it's officially the weekend. Thursday should feel that way. As soon as we get on, that should feel like your weekend is hit.
Yes, because we trying to set you up for your Friday. Get through that. And listen, I want to shout out everyone who's been taking this hero's journal with us and journey. We are 40 days in. 40 days into the mix. And the cool thing about it is you can do it at your own pace. It's up on YouTube. It's available for you. At the end of this 60 days, it's going to be like 12 hours of journaling, of breaking things down, of enlightenment. And so I'm super duper proud of those who are still in the mix with us. And you can start from day one at any given time and work your way up, man. So the hero's journey. Yes.
Absolutely. So first off, we want to say, as I mentioned, Black Dot's newest book is out. We need if you've gotten the book, we need reviews on Amazon.
Yes.
Go to Amazon. We need some reviews. That's how we, rank higher in the algorithms. All right. We want this book to be a bestseller, and we need you guys, the listeners, the viewers, the Urban X Nation, to help out.
We don't have a machine behind us. You guys are the machine.
Yeah.
And so, did we put a link in the description?
You know what?
For the review for the Amazon?
No.
Okay. We'll get it in
now.
there. And so you can just click that link. Even if you didn't read the book yet, I still need your review because you guys are the machine. We ain't got no money behind us. We love you guys. We grassroots. And the book is worthy of being a bestseller. Hey, Odyssey. Bye. All right. That's Odyssey. She's on her way out. So we need that. We really need that from you. And I know it's going to be 1,000 to 1,500 people in the live tonight, and about 18 to 20,000 people who watch this. I really don't see why I can't get 5,000 reviews. Now, Amazon is playing some weird kind of game talking about my book is temporarily out of stock. I don't know how to take that, Malc. Either I'm killing them or they killing me. One or two. Either we selling so many books, they like, yo, you gotta slow this nigga down. Or they stopping that flow because they know the God getting ready to shine. One of the two. So keep them reviews coming. I thank everyone who already left a review. Beautiful reviews. I saw your review, Malcolm. It was a little shabby. It was like a little one-liner or two-liner or some shit.
I know you. I know you.
Yeah.
God,
It was like
do a show.
your review was like by my dad's book, you know. And your shit should have been about 9 paragraphs about.
Oh my gosh.
I remember I was in his sperm sack, nigga, and I was running and running. It was other niggas trying to beat me to the egg, and I made it and shit. And as a result, my dad is the greatest. None of that shit you just said. Buy my dad's book.
I didn't even listen. We can't make it too hot. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
We're playing algorithm games. We can't make it too hot.
That's true.
All right.
Okay.
We already got somebody
respect
that complained and said we selling too much. How about we put this show behind the paywall? How about you like that? All right then.
Yeah.
All right then. No.
Yeah. We ain't. Yeah. Who somebody complaining?
Yeah, somebody. You know how it is, man. You can't make everybody happy.
Yeah. Y'all better chill.
But
go ahead.
Something free. Okay, the Urban X Podcast app is now on Google Play Store for free.
So we on Apple and Google now, right?
Listen,
The Urban X app is on Apple and Google Play. No excuse. Download it. It's free. Now, but you know what I'm gonna do, Malcolm? I'm gonna start putting up exclusive content just on the app. I'm telling you now. I'm giving you a heads up. It's not gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be just on the app. So I advise it. Mama Dot told me she gonna be running sales just on the app.
Listen, man.
It's gonna be like a 6-hour window, 30% off. And giveaways. You know, Mama Dot love giving stuff away just on the app. You know what I'm talking about?
Know what you're talking about.
So that's how we're gonna do that. And because it's free, it don't make no sense for you not to go to and it's Urban X Podcast. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Urban X Podcast.
The free books was given out on the email.
Now, also, if you ordered my book and you were waiting for your free audio book, check your email. We sent it. Check your junk mail, your email. Yeah. We sent those free audio books out. All right? And you only got 14 days to activate it or you lose it. All right?
And go to sales@urbanx.com.
Yes.
If you have a question. Sales@urbanx.com.
At urbanx.com. Malcolm, this Saturday at Nicholas, first of all, I want to thank people who came out to Nicholas Bookstore last Saturday to see me rock. Nice. I got Knowledge Born in the house from Do the Knowledge Radio. He in the building right now. He came down to watch the God rock. A bunch of people came out. And I'm going to give myself C-, C+-ish. I started out real strong. I was hitting them with the acapellas and shit because the brother who came up before me was dynamic. You know what I'm saying? He was killing the building. I said, oh, he's nice. So I said, okay, no problem. I stepped up, hitting my acapellas on point, getting the crowd, giving them a history lesson on hip hop. And then my energy shifted. And I said, oh, shit. I ain't even get to the songs yet. And so what I did was I pulled up a chair and then sat a chair down and rocked. You know what I mean? And I was still out of breath, right? Because I was trying to be authentic and rhyme off just the instrumental. When my old ass at 57 was supposed to have a track playing a little lower than me and rock. But I got through the set. Everybody was happy, so I gave myself a C+. C+, yeah. But this Saturday at Nicholas Bookstore, they will be paying homage to our elder, Professor James Smalls. All right? I believe he's turning 82. He's up there.
Sorry, Malcolm.
And he's been doing this for so many years. He was with Malcolm. He was a teenager when he met Malcolm, and I think he was bodyguarding for Malcolm or something. And so his years of experience, his years of commitment, his years of honoring our ancestors is unprecedented. So we love him. We want to give him his flowers. So King Simon is putting together, one of them events where they celebrate his work while our elders are still here. And so I think it's important if you in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, that you hit Nicholas Bookstore this Saturday and come and pay honor to Professor James Smalls.
And
all
I
right.
Guess
Now, Malcolm.
Last promo before we get started. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But Catapult Your Energy event.
Yes.
Okay, December 20th, 12:30 to 4. All right. I'll be going on at 4. We have a bunch of speakers. We have Netta Cabogatis, King Simon, Coriel, and myself. I'll be going on last, closing it out. I'll be doing some Q&A and things like that. I can't wait. Very excited for that.
I'm proud of you, Malk.
Scan the code on the screen. Yeah, man.
Look at Malk.
Listen, 2026. We got to 2025. We took a break. Got our feet under us again.
Yes.
2026. We're coming out swinging. If you can't tell.
If you can't tell, scan that code and get more information about this. This is Malcolm, who was afraid to sit in front of a live camera like a deer in headlights just 5 or 6 years ago. And you guys have given him the confidence. He closing out. You know what I mean? And like he said, we've been busy. Bam. Right? We reissued the classic Hip Hop Decoded. Everything that's going on in hip hop now is in this book. Bam. Then we repurposed this book. Bam. All right? Black Dot's got a website, DwayneBowser.com. Bam. We got an app, Urban X Podcast. Bam. We got the membership. We kicking. Now let me do the last public service announcement, Malcolm. And then we on. I wish, in the background, act like some sad music is playing. We're sorry. We sorry we let you down in the membership. And you let your membership lapse because you thought we were going away. And we're here, and we're going to be here. So we're asking you to renew your membership at $10 a month. That's it. You don't have to pay $100 for the year. It's $10. Cancel anytime. We need you to come back to support us. Thank you very much. Yes. That boils down to 30 cents a day or something. We know you have that. Help us out.
Less than a cup of coffee. All right, guys.
All right. Here we go, Mal.
Some stuff.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
All right. First off, shouts out to everybody who was here with us. We didn't do a roll call. I saw Durham, North Carolina in the building, right?
Okay.
My man Dre opened up another restaurant in Durham, North Carolina.
He did.
It's called
Shout him
Flavor
out.
Hills. Shout my man Dre out. So go check him out. And when you go, tell him Urban X sent you. All right?
Yes. Tell him Urban X sent you. They might give you a discount. I didn't know he had employed that many people now.
Bro, listen, man.
I saw his speech. I saw his ribbon cutting. I'm so proud of the brother. Make that happen.
It's my boy.
Malcolm, another quick apology.
Oh God.
I've been sitting here drinking Black Hennessy with Knowledge Born, and I want to apologize in advance.
Please.
I don't know where this is going. He keep pouring this shit. I'm like, Knowledge, I don't drink like that.
God.
He like, I know God.
It's called Flavor Hills. Flavor Hills in Durham.
Flavor Hills.
Flavor Hills. All right,
here we go.
let's go. All right,
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
big news is happening right now in the world of college football. Now, University of Michigan, the head coach, Sherrone Moore, Sherrone Moore,
Yep.
he just got caught up in a scandal. Now, it wasn't about winning games. It's not about, they got bumped from the college football playoffs. You know what I mean? Because, Miami made it. Shout out to you. They made it, right? But he got caught out there because a DoorDasher delivered some Plan B to his office. They sent an anonymous tip to the university, said he's having an affair. They find out he's having an affair with his executive assistant. Her name is Paige Shivers, something like that. White girl, young one, right? He gets caught up. He gets fired. He has an argument with his wife as a result of said affair. Breaks into the mistress's house, right? Threatens to kill her and himself, so he gets arrested. So if you're keeping track, he lost his job, his family, his side piece, millions of dollars, because now they don't got to pay him out. They fired him with cause, and he lost his freedom. That nigga's going down. God
damn.
God damn it. Yeah.
Man, what is the saying that Umar says? Black queens forever, nobody's never. Right? Shout out to Umar. Black queens forever, nobody's never. Now,
Jesus Christ.
let's unpack this. First of all, the competitive in me has to speak about his coaching ability. If he coaches like a bitch, that's why they're not winning championships. When you under pressure and your team is on the field and y'all down by 9 or whatever, and you're supposed to keep your calm to lead your men down the field to get the job done, and you grab one of them by the neck and say, I'm going to kill you or I'm going to kill myself if we lose, what kind of coach are you, right? As a man coacheth is he.
Yeah.
I just made that shit up. Sounds good.
I like it.
Right? You like it? Okay.
I like it.
Everything collapsed for him. Now, I want to say this. This happens all the time, Malcolm, in college basketball. They just hide it more often than you think they do.
Really?
However, he wasn't chosen to be the coach by Michigan. Remember when when Harbaugh left, he had it in his contract that this guy had to inherit the job. Yes. He is the first black coach in Michigan history. So we got a problem here. Yes. We got a Negro at the head of our program, right? That we didn't choose, that Harbaugh, who took a shit on the program with stealing signs, illegal recruiting, and just walked away and left a pile of shit here and promoted his man. This is what we're talking about. So that was a problem from the beginning. So what they did was what they normally do. They said, he a black man, he's married to a white woman, he like white women. So just give it a minute. Black man with no discipline, right? No understanding. I just signed a $30 million deal.
He had a $15 million buyout.
$15 million buyout.
Yep.
All I gotta do is keep my joint in my pants and I'm good. I already got a white wife, so that's giving me a little bit of credibility with y'all. I've lifted up a Becky from the projects or the trailer park and, given her a beautiful life. However, here come little Dixie. What's her name? Little Prairie.
Paige.
Paige. Okay, same shit. Perry, Paige, Dixie, all the same shit. Here she come. Huh? She probably got a little Woody on her. She's thinking the same thing. Trying to come up. She went from making $50,000 a year to $90,000, but her job description didn't change. She just got a $50,000 raise for putting that thing down, right?
Yeah.
There are jealous people there. Remember, think about the work environment.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Prairie is in big meetings. How, Sway? All of a sudden, right before the game, she over there talking to the coach. Fuck you talking to the coach about, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So all of this in a melting pot. Or they planted her there,
That could be it too.
knowing we got to get him out of here, right? So let's go to the plan B. Since when DoorDash becomes snitches? Since when the DoorDash people be like, first of all, why are you looking in my package? Just go pick my package up and deliver it. You get a package, this don't even make sense. You get a package and you like, plan
bro,
B.
Like that fan base out in Michigan for that school,
I get
they
it.
don't play. They
I
do
get
not
it.
play. You get what I'm saying? So, like, there's probably and you're right. He was placed there. They look at him as a DEI hire. Anyway,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right. They use that in place for black and stuff like that. But that's how they look at him.
Yes.
So you're supposed to be airtight. The fact that y'all lost 3 games this season already.
And you didn't beat Ohio State.
And you didn't beat Ohio State, nigga. You on the chopping block already. You get
We
what I'm
beat
saying?
Ohio State every year. Talking about Michigan.
Yeah, well, it lasts like 5 years. But
Well,
yeah,
the last
yeah.
5 years, but dude, that's an eternity against your rival. If you beat your rival 5 years in a row, and this year
fact.
you didn't beat them,
That's a fact.
along with what it is that we already know about you, nigga, you out.
And we owe you money. So, and when you got to think, coaches, or not coaches, like organizations, companies, they look for any reason not to pay you. So now you gave us just cause because you are
Yes.
having an affair. You're a married man. You're having an affair. It's clipped. And you know what's crazy? The head coach at, I believe, the black head coach at Michigan State
Same
went
thing.
through the same thing.
He went through the same exact thing. He got fired.
What's up?
Listen, black queens forever, snow bunnies never. It's real simple. Now, watch this. I think Becky got pregnant and wanted to keep the baby. Because she like, I come from a trailer park. I'm an athletic director. What does that shit mean? I wrap up ankles and take niggas' smelly jocks and put them shits in the washing machine. That's what that shit mean.
Yeah.
Right? So when you was gonna do that and had to pivot out of that, I understood it. Once you was playing football and you was like, all right, this football thing ain't working, I'll be damned if I'll be sitting around wrapping fucking white boys' ankles up and shit like that. So she's thinking big. Y'all gotta give these snow bunnies and just chicks in general a little bit more credit. They see, and this is what I try to teach young people. You looking at the pussy, they look past that. Young people's energy and they just thinking about how I'm gonna knock this. Women are more calculated than that. So they're thinking, yeah, I'm gonna give them a little bit. I'm already thinking past that. Niggas don't have the fortitude, especially young niggas, to think about,
bad.
okay, after I nut, now what do we have here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Because my shit was instant. You know, and Malcolm, I done took home a few gorillas in my day. Just gonna keep it a bean with you. The minute I nut, the ugliness returned to her face as if it was happening in real time. This bitch was turning into the Hulk. The minute the energy went back up and my clarity was there, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? So she got pregnant, and I think he was like, all right, well, you know, I got this plan B, or, you know, let's get rid of this. And she was like, no. Becky's father is a coach or scout for the Chicago Bears. Yeah. You know.
I've heard different rumors of who she is, who she's related to. I haven't had that confirmed for me yet.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of looking at it in a vacuum.
Yeah, Nia Long's husband, Hugh Stroker, was a very good example.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Like you have it. You're right there. This is yours to lose, and you lose it.
It lends to a bigger conversation. So, like I said, I think she refused to give up the baby. And so when he was in a meeting, this is what they said. They were having a meeting and he wasn't invited. He knew he was fired. He went home and he had to confront his wife. Nigga, what you doing home so early? Ain't you got a meeting? Well, they fired me. Why? Sit down, Becky. I gotta tell you what happened. And then his wife probably went off because she's thinking about, now you just forfeited $13.5 million. Yeah. I'm going to get a lawyer to take the little bit you do have. He panics.
Yeah.
He runs out of his house. He runs over to her house, kicks her door in.
Yeah.
He's holding a knife to her. Him, her, him, her, him. One of us is gonna die. Then,
not funny.
It's not funny. He leaves, and then he goes to a church, and they followed his phone. They pinged his phone. He just like, God, if you get me out of this one, God. And the police was there, and now
I'll give a pork and white with it. I promise.
Yeah, he's going to Yale now. Yeah, he was coaching for Michigan. He's going to Yale. All right? This lends to a greater conversation, Malcolm.
Yeah.
When the black man is able to keep his penis in his pants, the world belongs to him. When he can't, this goes into the big P. Diddy, Jay-Z, R. Kelly, Nation of Islam, Dr. King, you name it, right?
Yeah.
Black Panther Party, you name it, right?
Yeah.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. All right? And so that's why the gay guys did so well in the music industry in Hollywood, because they wasn't chasing pussy.
They was chasing something else, but you
know. Well, but they at least they was chasing pussy, but there's a way that they went about. Big thing, but it's a world of a difference between pussy and bussy, Malcolm. I can do a whole 10 chapters on it. It's like night and day. Pussy brings the world down. The world will collapse. Empires go down. Over pussy, pussy, that's a personal thing. It's a preference.
Yeah, it's on you. So yeah.
That's on you, my nigga. You like pussy, that's on you.
But yeah, so it does lend to just a larger conversation. A lot of people, especially young black men, when they come into wealth, whether you're an athlete, rapper, whatever, a lot of money gets spent on women. A lot of money gets spent on the image to try to get more women. A lot of money gets spent on beefing with other dudes because of women, because of how you looked in front of a woman. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. And to see this, and then again, the guy from Michigan State, the coach, it's always like the same story. And it's like, dude, they don't want you there to begin with. Right?
Right.
They'd love to have you running on that field.
Yes.
They'd love to have you, sacrificing your body. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Tackling something, running into someone. They would love that. They love you then.
What's the coach?
Lead this team
from USC.
Which one?
Lincoln.
Lincoln Riley? Not.
Anyway, one of them dudes got caught in a scandal. You hear nothing about it. Very good coach. I think he just transferred to Alabama. He's a good offensive coordinator. His name escapes me.
Lane
Y'all
Kiffin?
know. Huh?
Lane Kiffin?
It might be Lane Kiffin. One of them dudes.
Urban Meyer?
No, not Urban Meyer. But one of those guys, and you never hear about it. We already know there are 2.5 strikes against us.
Yeah.
Right? And we have to walk a tight and narrow rope. That's just the way it is. So we can get our money. Then you can get out of there or go get more money.
Yeah.
Right? Remember, you weren't, you were DEI hire. They did not want you there. You was there by default. And like you said, you got to walk an even tighter rope. And you got comfortable because you got all this energy, you got nothing but time on your hand. And to be the head coach of any prominent university, you do have a lot of power. A lot of power.
Yeah.
And, power corrupts, And so lending it to billionaires who think the world belongs to them, they can have any woman they want, and that's the way they act. All right? I'm at this university. I can have anybody I want. And usually, watch this. Ladies, pay attention. It's usually the woman that's accessible. It's not necessarily, especially on a job, right? You're on a job, it's usually, look at Bill Clinton. He looked out in the office and saw Monica Lewinsky. Come on in here, girl. Yeah. It's usually the one who's accessible, not one he's scheming and conniving has got to take out. So always show up at your man's job unexpected. Just show up, see what's going on, and you will immediately know which chick, because she'll start sitting up. Oh, you looking for so-and-so? Bitch, I didn't ask you one motherfucking question. Watch.
Yeah.
Bringing her lunch and all that shit. And it's the work husband, ladies. It's the work husband. Fellas, the work husband. Right? She's telling him everything you're not. I wish he would take me out on vacation sometime. That's all I love to do. I love going on vacation. You ain't never been to Kinks and Cooks and Kinkos. What? You ain't never been to Bahamas? Yeah, and every day once in a while, I wish he would make breakfast. I get up every day. All I do is make breakfast. I make scrambled eggs.
Kirks and Kinkos?
Yeah,
where the hell's that?
Yeah, whatever that shit is,
Kirks and Kinkos. You ain't never been nowhere.
Turks and Kinkos. Turks. No, that's the Black Henny now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be everything your man is not. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be attentive to your needs. All the things. That nigga didn't do what? Valentine's Day came by. He didn't do what? And then the moment it's gonna present itself, he gonna mess up one time too many, and we gonna head to that hotel. I'm gonna do it up nice for you the first time. Nice little spot, After that, I'm hitting you in the back of the car. I make the same money you do. What the fuck do you mean? Why we ain't going to the hotel every week? Bitch, I make the same money you do. As a matter of fact, I make less than you. You my supervisor. So I'm hitting you in the back of the car after that, And then you're going to come with that great news. You finally left him, and now my life is a disaster.
Yeah.
Right? Because now you want to be with me. Bitch, I don't really like you like that. I don't. I put up with your shit until I hit. That's the history of the work husband. So, ladies, before you cash in on him, think twice. Think twice. All right. I think we've covered that enough.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So the other day, it was announced that Netflix purchased Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Right? So that's everything Warner Brothers owns. That's HBO.
Oh.
So a lot of people, and I've heard recently, and apparently Paramount is trying to do a hostile takeover bid
with a bigger offer.
Brothers, with a bigger offer on top of that. So there's a lot of mess happening.
Yes.
Because when it was announced that Netflix purchased Warner Brothers, everybody was going yo, all of the protests that was happening for actors' rights and studios and all of these things, we ended up at the same place. Everything is becoming one big monopoly.
Yes.
Everybody is being owned by the same thing. And people who love cinema, I enjoy movies, I enjoy shows and stuff like that. When you all owned by the same company, it kind of destroys the experience. Right? Netflix is the literal antithesis of cinema when it comes to the movie theater experience, when it comes
Right,
to box
right.
office experience, right? So a lot of people saw that and said, damn, if they get HBO, if they get Warner Brothers, what happens to movies? What happens next? So Paramount is making a bigger offer to try to do a hostile takeover bid. Curious to see what happens with that. Now, I also saw a lot of people. I saw this one girl. I forget her name. She does like accounting forensics. Like she was going in because she's following
The money.
Warner Brothers and she's following the money. And she said that the reason why Warner Brothers, like the people who own them, right? The reason why they kind of sold to Netflix is because they're trying to free up some money, because what they want to do is buy CNN prior to Q2 of next year because of the midterm elections.
Ah, yes.
Right? If they own that before the midterm elections, they can make their changes and kind of create the narratives that they want to create, because that's next, like the midterm elections, they say is the biggest elections of all time. But this one is interesting because it's a bunch of Senate seats are up, a bunch of
Yes.
state seats are up. A lot of talk if Donald Trump will be able to run to have a third term is coming up, as far as his power being checked and stuff like that. So a lot of people see next year as being a volatile election cycle. So they want to buy CNN to kind of secure their place in how they want their narrative to go. Very interesting stuff. Like, we're looking over here, we're looking at Netflix ruining movies, but what they're wanting to do is actually, control the election cycle. I think it's nuts.
Because that
Crazy.
is what moves the needle. Remember, the news is where you can shape narratives. The movies you can too, but that's more of a long-term thing.
Yes.
The narrative of the election, which according to them is going to be the biggest election ever, which is still propaganda, all in the same. They're all the biggest election until they happen.
Think about like the last 10 years, right? Like since Trump got in. Think about how profitable politics are.
Yes.
Think about how profitable they are on YouTube for podcasts. Think about how many careers have skyrocketed because they take a really extreme point, either left or right, or there's an intellectual in the middle. Think about how profitable news stations have been when Trump was in office. Think about like how now people are so obsessed with politics. Something I was growing up told, you don't talk about politics or religion to people. And now you talk about both out loud. People want to know what you stand for right now as soon as they meet you. You get what I'm saying? So that's not a bad investment if you are thinking about just kind of long term, because it's become such a cool thing. Just like, again, we talk about like entrepreneurship. It became like a wave. Politics is that wave. Like, I've seen careers get launched and dropped just off politics alone. Crazy stuff.
And when you understand propaganda, what you understand is when everyone is saying the same thing, right? Mainly on your news and all of that, that's phase one of that. Social authority. Social authority is usually Taylor Swift, those individuals, when they're in a line with it too, and everyone is saying the same message, and then when other people of authority get condemned for going against it and they get ostracized, now you're looking at something that is full propaganda. Like during the Jibbity Jab situation, the dude who created the MNR shot told you it was no good. He created it. Who would know better than him? And they ostracized him. I think his name was Robert Malone or something. To let you know, when they had Harvard doctors going against their narrative, and they were ostracized off of social media. This is how you know how propaganda or psyop works. So CNN is very important for that. because that's the shit that's beating you in your head every day. Then they got their superstars, who I told you, they don't need to control millions. They need one who has control over millions, right? And then when they have opposing figures that they able to get out the way, you in trouble. So by them letting the Netflix situation slide because they're after a bigger fish, that makes sense.
Listen, man, interesting stuff.
Interesting stuff.
Wait,
You're
speaking of
listening to the
politics,
sounds of Urban X.
the Homeland Security account on Twitter or X was exposed this week for being based because out of Israel. So I don't know. A couple weeks ago, we talked about how there's bots on Twitter. Elon Musk unveiled a feature to where you can see where an account was created and based out of, right? So a lot of these super MAGA accounts based out of India, right? A lot of the super racist accounts based out of South Africa or Nigeria, like places that are not here, that are
even the
causing
music
so much
accounts
dysfunction here. Exactly, right? The dude from the Stan accounts from anybody you name, they based out of different countries, right? So apparently somebody found out that the Homeland Security Twitter account was based out of Israel, right? Then the Twitter account goes, or the X account goes, that was fake propaganda. You can doctor up a screenshot any way you want. We obviously based out of America, and then they got it changed. Somehow, if you check on it now, it says based out of the United States of America.
Right.
People who are good with computers can go back. What happened? They screen recorded, showed what happened. Like they can see the code and where it changed.
Yes.
And said you are based out of India. I mean, out of Israel.
Yep.
So that was embarrassing for them, but it was just kind of more validation for a lot of people who know what's going on, who are actually running this country. Homeland Security, right?
Yeah. Wow. That's big.
What homeland?
Right. What homeland are we talking about?
Come on.
And we know, again, this country has become very small and controlled by very few because of this device in our hand.
Yeah.
The one that the CIA already admitted they can listen in. What was I was discussing the other day with Mama Dot, and the shit just showed up on my screen.
Yeah.
I told her I wanted something, and then it just showed up on my screen like, hey.
You wanted a patty.
Yeah, I wanted a Jamaican patty with cocoa bread. I was on my shelf, like, yo, and before you know it, Jamaican patties just came on the screen. And I'm like, they not even trying to hide it anymore, right? Yeah. They heard it, put that on the screen, he gonna buy that. Yeah. And so we have created a very small, and we tell on ourselves all the time, there are no more secrets. Please miss me with secret organizations. We underground. This right here is as underground as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Right? We care more about our followers and clicks and likes than anything else. How do you turn a nation of killers or just people who've been fighting for their freedom for 400 years into content creators, the most safe shit we could ever be? No one is afraid of me now because YouTube can shut me down and I no longer have a voice. Do you know how heartbreaking that is? To have a voice to scream and nobody hear you, right? Ain't no more standing on the soapbox on the corner like Malcom them used to do in Harlem and get a grassroots crowd of people. Man, come on down to the mosque, man. And there's none of that. Either you got some followers or you don't. And then they give you a check, right? Yeah. So that's the caveat. It ain't like you just out here spitting. I'm looking at my numbers like, All right, we got to get that up. Talk some more shit. They have psychologically turned a generation that is supposed to be in the so-called real world fighting into cyber, not even cyber bullies. These niggas is cyber dummies.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them, right? However, young people, this is the problem. Young people are supposed to pick up the mantle to continue to fight, and they're more advanced with this shit than we are. Right? I'm just saying. Just saying. I come from an era where we literally had a grassroots movement to, at least in our mind, we knew there were some agents in the crowd, but at least in our mind, we could put some schematics up and have a blueprint for, taking down the beast. Now, the beast is listening on everything,
Yeah.
Yeah. They know I like Chinese midgets. They just waiting for the moment to unleash two little beautiful Chinese midgets.
Think
I ain't gonna be able to resist.
Think about everything that because you might try to fool yourself and say that you're off the grid, or you don't. Think about when you use any search engine, they know. Any social media app, what you're looking at, they know.
Yeah.
And TikTok does this thing, right? They have this thing where you could type in my dream woman, right? You could just type that in, and it'll give you an idea of what it thinks you like based on what you stayed on too long on the app.
Yes.
I saw somebody break that down, and I was scary. I was like, that's kind of wild, right? Think about what you ask ChatGPT. People are now, yearly wrap ups like, hey, what's the dumbest thing I asked you? And it's remembering something obviously from the past year or something. So it kind of knows your thinking patterns. It knows what kind of questions you ask. When all of these things are pulled, all of these data points are pulled, it's you.
It's
literally
you, dude. That level of psychoanalysis is greater than any person sitting behind a desk trying to know who Black Dot is could ever do. Because it's me inputting what I like, what I don't like, what I purchase, everything, right? Into a pool. We are literally creating the all-seeing eye.
Yeah.
Because we providing it so much information that it can input at one time that it now sits over us and can control you.
Yeah. We talk about me and you, we talk about perspective a lot, right? Everybody sees the world differently. They're doing that with algorithms. Every app, if you remember, I'm gonna tell you when social media changes, when everything stopped being chronological.
Yes.
Remember, on Instagram, if something was posted today, you see it today, and you can maybe scroll up so far into tomorrow, maybe the day after that. But once it became out of order, that means it's feeding you what it thinks you want to see. It's feeding you what it thinks you might interact with the most. That's when social media stopped becoming social. It started becoming like its own thing. Now, if every app is doing that, right? So if I am just a person that's naturally prone to just negativity, I need to see gossip, I need to see drama, I need to see fights, I need to see the new YouTube beef or whatever's happening. That's all I'm gonna see. And then think about what happens when you reinforce those thoughts and you're just walking around with those thoughts all day long, right? So it'll become like the law of attraction in the opposite way for everybody in their own unique.
But that's the way the so-called law of attraction work anyway. Yeah. As a man thinketh, so is he. What is Malcom thinking about? He got some Instagram models he can't talk about, some tube socks. He got some shit for toys. So everything that you think of is there for you. All it's doing is mimicking the modum operandum of the universe itself, right? And so, but remember, on a deep subconscious level, the universe don't give you what you want, it gives you who you are, right? So it gives you where you're resonating, and they have the technology now to base, you could think you're looking at something random. Nothing is random in the universe. They put together 4 random things that you looked at, and they know what you like. They know
I told you.
how to send a sentient being for you.
Yo, I told you. I went to like Zara or something. Saw a jacket, saw a coat. I was like, this is nice. I touched it, put it on. Said, this is nice. Put it down. I'm good. Like a day later, I see the ad on my phone. I'm like, yo, the same exact coat that I picked up. I'm like, yo, so they must have something within the barcode with my phone. Like they must know, like stores must have, a set thing where they know what area I'm in. I don't know, man. I was freaked out.
It's scary. Unless you on some Will Smith enemy of the state shit, you on the grid, right?
Yeah.
And so just what I'm saying is just live your life. There are no more secrets. Anybody recruiting you about a secret, they lying. Especially if I'm contacting you on social media. Forget all of that Black Power shit. I'm sorry. As long as I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of these are owned by BlackRock. As long as you tell me to send you a payment through PayPal, all BlackRock, we all work for the same company. And that's going to be hard for some of y'all to grasp because in your mind, you got your computer, you got your Black Power fist over here, you got your shit, and you think you fighting the system.
This is what I've seen, right? So we've done this podcast. This is episode 529. We've done a lot more, we have a long history on the internet, right? Well, not long, but it's quite extensive, right? And I've noticed there are different levels to what we call wokeness, right? So there's the early stage where you are kind of, you're not really aware of what's going on. And then you kind of start to, understand how deep the rabbit hole goes when it comes to certain things. Then it's that next level where you see how crazy things are. You see how intricate things are. You see how deep it can go. You're angry. You're really just mad at everything. Everything you see irks you. Then there's another level. I'm not sure I'm not sure how many in between, but I know there's a level where you get the understanding so deeply on these things where nothing makes you angry.
Yeah.
Nothing shocks you anymore. Nothing really alarms you anymore. Nothing really gets you riled up because you just kind of see how deep everything goes. Like you just kind of see, like, okay, that being mad at that doesn't matter because these people actually work for the same company and they actually control that position. Like you kind of just sit back and just kind of complete the whole thing right in front of you, and you look at everybody else getting really upset, right? And then go like, damn, that's a lot of wasted energy. But you have to understand what level they are when it comes to just wokeness, right?
And that moves you from a checkers mind state to a chess mind state, right? And so the checkers is there's action and there's reaction. When you understand checkers and that this is a multi-dimensional thing, you know where to put your energy and where not. Shout out my DJ since 1982, Breakbeat Lou, who was just in the comment section. Yes, our cards have more info than we know. We have, thank you, King. This was my DJ when I was an ashy little kid. He created or curated and edited the ultimate breaks and beats. All right, so let's clap that up.
Absolutely.
Crazy volumes, all DJs, you know what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, no ultimate breaks and beats, no DJ Premier, no Pete Rock, no Large Professor, no Dr. Dre, because Dr. Dre and Eazy-E met in a record store looking for break beats, ultimate breaks and beats. I'm telling you what it is. And that's going to segue we into, there's an album dropping tomorrow, Malcolm.
Yeah.
It's called Light Years with DJ Premier and Nas. Now, I was talking to Knowledge Born, and he was like, he not listening to it. I said, God, give it a listen. The only feature on this album is AZ, which is reminiscent of Illmatic, so I'm with that.
Okay.
I'm not going to expect the magic that I got from Illmatic because we're in a different state and time, but I will listen. I don't review albums no more. I'm 57 years old, and I've been told I'm out of touch a little bit, and I agree. Because I'm going to give you the top albums from Billboard this year, and out of the 15 they break down, 10 of them I've never heard of.
Okay, all right.
Because it's a different time for young people to do what they do, and I respect that. All right? So at midnight, Nas and Preem will release Light Years, and I'm anticipating it. I'm going to check it out, see what they do. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. We interrupted your build though.
What was I building on again? I'm on this Black Henny, nigga. I don't know what I was talking about.
Wokeness and understanding of
Oh,
what's
yes, he's still my DJ. Yes. Okay, so let's move past that. We talked about AI, or, gave you the gateway to all of this stuff, this artificial intelligence. Let me tell you something that's been happening to me, Malcolm, and some of you may be able to relate. The processed food I've been eating lately is disgusting. What I mean by that is my goddamn taste buds have come back, right? My hearing, some of you, your hearing is starting to return. Some of you, your vision is starting to get back in alignment. That's a spiritual thing. We're coming back into a space now where the most authentic of music, of food, is starting to, listen, I'd rather eat, and I don't eat beef, I'd rather eat a goddamn steak than eat another fucking chicken nugget in my life, I swear. And I've eaten out of all of them. I've eaten the Wendy's chicken nugget. All of them shits taste the same. That's a program of what they think you think chicken tastes like. Ain't none of that shit chicken.
Yeah.
That shit is all 3D generated shit in a batter, right? They put the crust on that shit, and it's all disgusting.
Yo, me and Avery were talking about that. Like, no matter what we eat, like, we just don't feel right afterwards. Like, yo,
yes.
Like, stuff we grew up on, stuff we used to love. Like, yo, what's up? And it just don't hit the same. It
don't hit the same. Now, if you vegan, that's fine. If you eat chicken, I advise you to eat real chickens. Go to the halal spot. If that's a leg and a chicken breast, okay. But if you eating a nugget or a chicken pouch or some shit that look like, let all that go, and your body is telling you now, the shit I'm listening to musically now, I'd be like, yo, turn that shit off. Where before you was just in such a cloud, you was listening. Authenticity is coming back now. And everyone's gonna come online at a different time. So don't worry, if you ain't in line yet, your shit'll come in line and you're gonna start seeing more. This is why this Hollywood shit that they trying to pull over your eyes, it don't work no more. Because you can see through the bullshit now. And we're all starting to get back, and that's where I think AI is going to fail, right?
Yeah.
You can get AI to do you a book report, and it'll just be a book report. As opposed to you sitting down, adding your creative essence to it. I tried to get AI, I wrote the book, but I tried to get it to curate my book, and it started changing every word. I said, what the fuck? I said, no, I fired AI on the spot and said, I'm physically gonna do, I don't care how long it take, I'll do it myself so that it's clearly my essence. And as a producer, my producer and DJs in the chat, making music is where the magic is, not the end result of the music. That's another aspect. Making the actual music, because that's the connection between spirit world and the physical world that makes the magic happen. All right? And if you don't do that no more, and you just said, give me a hot trap beat and give me a rapper that would rap trap, now you're dealing in an artificial world with artificial shit with no magic to it. And Mama Dot said it's time for a commercial break, because we've been out here smoking this.
Yeah, we're gonna pay some bills and we'll be right back.
We're gonna pay some bills and we'll be right back. Peace.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Chanel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, your favorite angel oracle. So grateful to be coming to you in another season on your journey. Thank you for allowing me to continue to be of service, whether you're getting angel oracle card readings, natal chart readings, mental healing sessions, or chakra balancing sessions. I'm so thankful to be here with you. And for a limited amount of time, all my services are marked down 20%. No coupon code required. Just visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com, or call or text me at 786-828-8722. And using the winter solstice energy, we are again holding our Catapult Your Energy event, the 4th annual webinar, to assist you in making sure you have the best quantum leap into the new year. Join me and 4 speakers where they are masters in their topic. We have Netric Spa Goddess speaking on herbal remedies. We have King Simon, the Numerovator, Malcom X Browser assisting you with mindset hacks, and Coriel on different ways on how to love yourself. Be sure to join us on Saturday, December 20th for this monumental event. Scan the QR code below for direct links to all my services. Thank you so much, wealthy family. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.
Hi, I'm 7, and I'm the Super Harry. That means I ask big questions, I make big moves, and I come from something powerful. In this series, I grow through change, embrace my culture, and unlock the gifts that my ancestors gave me. These books are for kids like me, kids with heart, with pride, and with big dreams. Come join the journey. Collect all 4 7 the Super Heru books and unlock your power. Available on Amazon and Kindle now. Order your copy today.
And we back.
And we are back. Thank you guys for joining us.
Chanel's got the 20% off. Jump on that.
Yes.
And I vouch for everybody on our page. You know, we don't play. We don't just bring people up here. We bring people up here who have the gift. She has the gift. All right? And I'm pretty sure she can attest to the hearing and the vision and the taste. Your senses. So it's just like your 6 senses are coming back in, because the food I'm eating, I'm like, nah, son, I can't eat this.
Yeah.
I can't listen to that. I see that, you know? So scan that code, and we're going to get it popping. I want to give a condolences to a friend of mine named JP. The sister had Brown Eyes magazine, and she was a fixture in the conscious community. And recently in New Jersey, there was a house fire, and she perished, her and her sister, in the house fire trying to save their father. And at the time, the father survived, but I heard recently he even succumbed to his injuries. And so I want to give a deeper condolences to the family. Very good. I just saw her at my book signing. She came through for my book signing in Brooklyn at LIU. We chopped it up. And so what it lends to is life is short, and you see people today, and you don't see them tomorrow. Baba, what's the from Sundial? His name always escaped me, and I'm on this Hennessy right now. I think his name was, God damn it, I went to see him so many times. Sundial in the Bronx. He has transitioned. Baba Shadan. Please forgive me for messing the God's name up. But me and Mama Dot been going to see him up in the Bronx at Sundial for years. And he was always kind to us. A beautiful, elder, and he's made the transition. And so I want to send my condolences. No, it's not Heru. His name is going to come to me as soon as I get off. Yeah. And I was dealing with him in the 90s and shit, a long time ago. Anywho, we are now back.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Sticking with some AI news really quickly. Disney and OpenAI, they signed a deal to bring more than 200 Disney characters to Sora. Right? So Disney makes a $1 billion investment into OpenAI, and is set to become a major OpenAI customer. As a part of a 3-year deal, 3-year licensing agreement, Sora will be able to generate short, user-prompted social videos that can be viewed and shared by fans, drawing on more than 200 Disney, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars characters.
Wow.
Okay? Yeah, so this agreement will make a selection of these fan-inspired short-form videos available on Disney Plus as well. So, again, all of those protests, remember the SAG-AFTRA protest that was happening, the strike that was happening in regards to bringing AI into film and stuff like that, all for nothing, it seems like.
Well, the music industry, first of all, is dying. And I think this is the last-ditch attempt for them to get in on what's next. And obviously the AI situation, how to make music, create characters, narrative stories is next. And so they're just trying to find a way to stay relevant, but it's gonna boil down to authenticity, bro. Now, Warner Brothers and a few other record labels have what they call superfan stores, where they bringing back wax, vinyl, all of the tangible stuff now, because I think Taylor Swift sold 200,000 albums or something. And so now they're going to be having in these major cities places where super fans can go and get the vinyl or cassettes or whatever. And that's just a slick way to go backwards while you hedging, but it's going to really boil down to authenticity. And what I mean by that is going triple platinum and all that means nothing anymore. It's going to be the true fans that follow your music and follow you. That's what it's really all about. And that's why this particular list, let me get to it. Something on this list is how powerful. All right, this is Rolling Stone best rap albums of the year.
Okay.
Number 1, we got Let God Sort 'Em Out. I have no problems with that. The Clips.
I love that album.
No problems with that. Number 2, Playboy Cardi, right? Let me go this way because I'm in the camera. Playboy Cardi. Number 3, Live, Love, Laugh. All they needed was learn for us. Earl Sweatshirt. I've heard of him. Don't know his
Earl,
music.
But I haven't listened to him in a while, but yeah.
Number 4, Black British Music by Jim Legacy. Don't know who it is.
Me neither.
Number 5, Gollywog by Billy Woods. Don't know who it is.
Me neither.
Number 6, Showbiz by Mike. I don't know who it is. Number 7, you know who that is, Mike?
No, no.
Number 7, the boy who played the harp, Dave. I don't know who it is.
He's nice.
He's nice.
From the UK. He's nice. From the UK.
Okay.
Really good.
Lotus as number 8 by Little Sims. I don't know who it is.
neither.
Don't Tap the Glass, Tyler, the Creator. I know who Tyler is. He has a staunch fan base. They rock with him all the way through.
Okay.
Starline, Chance the Rapper. I know who that is.
Chance.
And that's a
Great
pretty good album.
Yeah.
Dead Channel Sky, Clipping. I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
God Does Like Ugly, Jid. I've heard of Jid.
I like
All
Jid.
right.
Okay.
Number 14, Who Did the Body by Manaleo. Don't know who that is. And number 15 is Alfredo 2 by Gibbs and the Alchemist.
Oh, yeah,
So,
that was a good album. I like it.
let's clap that up for their perspective. But 10 of them albums, never heard of. And I don't feel bad about that because I don't have the time that I used to consume hip-hop like that. I'm 57 years old with I got goddamn grandkids and real chronic illness shit going on. And I don't have the time to do it, but that's okay because the next generation is doing their thing. But I just wanted to share that. Malcolm?
Oh, speaking of hip hop, what do you think about 50 Cent and Marlon Wayans going back and forth?
Okay, I want to give some perspective on the 50 Cent piece that we didn't do last week.
Okay.
I forgot to factor in because everyone was saying it's because of, some girl. Diddy was flying his girl out, abusing her, this, that, and you had a baby by her. And I went through a whole nasty piece that Malcolm was disgusted about the baby being both of theirs. Okay. The one factor that I didn't factor in is Chris Lighty. And it was a TikToker who brought that to my attention that this could be deeper than what we think it is. Now remember, Chris Lighty, who I went to high school with, was my boy, right?
Yeah.
He died under mysterious circumstances, right? They said he killed himself. He was the manager of Diddy at one point, right?
I didn't know that.
Diddy was at the funeral with bodyguards. Everybody was. It was a real weird thing to go to a mogul's funeral with bodyguards, Yeah. And so Busta Rhymes also made some incriminating statements that murder is, there's no time limit on murder, and he didn't believe the narrative being told, right? Okay. So Diddy, who studied the 50 laws or the 48 laws of power, the 50 laws of power, could be playing a long played out game to box Diddy into a situation he can't escape. Because he said something weird today as he was responding to Charleston White. He said, Charleston White, you are correct. I'm not a drug dealer, I'm a rapper. Stay tuned for my next show, which is something he said about how to box a rapper in or how to catch a killer. Right? And it was weird because I was kind of insinuating that this thing he's doing is just getting started. We know what he did with the Ghetto Quran. We know what he did to, what's the dude, Henchman, Jimmy Henchman. And so 50 has a way of manipulating law enforcement to look into things. Now, the Chris Lighty was his man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Helped him get the vitamin water deal. That was his guy. And Shakir Stewart is another name that you're going to see come up because he was another executive who committed suicide. And he was dating Kim Porter while Diddy was dating J-Lo. And when you see her with the broken nose, it's because of Shakir Stewart. Now let me hit the alleged button.
Allegedly.
Happened with Shakir Stewart, great executive. Discovered Destiny's Child, a few people. He was popping down in Atlanta. But the way this thing worked in the music industry, you can only go so far unless somebody blow your back out. And allegedly, he was aligned to Jimmy L.A. Reid.
Okay.
And what he didn't know, because he's a straight guy with a family, so a lot of these dudes be straight dudes. But the allure of power and moving forward, they got to go through the ritual. What he didn't know is Diddy had secret cameras set up at that room, and while he and allegedly L.A. Reid was getting it down, the footage now was in the hands of Diddy. And they said he'd be in the restaurant with his family eating. Diddy would hold up an envelope and have him come over, and he was tormenting him and tormenting him and tormenting him until Shakir Stewart took his own life.
Allegedly.
And so we're seeing a pattern here, and they think Chris Lighty died under the same circumstances. All right?
Allegedly.
Now, the 50 Cent situation, he's got 140 hours of footage that was recorded by Diddy himself. You know how narcissistic you gotta be to record a documentary of a case you just assume you're gonna beat, so now you can flip the footage to show what you was going through in your mindset to beat the case because you beat so many cases, and then you don't pay the videographer, and now Netflix and Diddy get their and 50 get their hands on that footage.
Yeah.
They said in that footage is so much incriminating evidence, like them contacting witnesses they're not supposed to contact, paying people off. He said the footage he didn't put in the documentary is gonna be worse. And so 50 appears to be playing a different game. So don't be so short-sighted and think it's over a girl. That could play into it. It could be so many other things. Because why did he tie the Tupac and Biggie stuff in there? You see how he did that?
Yeah.
In that documentary, there's more to come. What say you?
So I didn't know Chris Lighty's connection with Diddy. So when people were saying that, I'm just like, okay, but like why? I never got that connection, so I didn't know that was the thing. Yeah, so if 50 is trying to take up the mantle for his man, okay. Okay, cool. I think a lot of people, including myself, like when this was announced as coming out, it just felt like 50 was. It felt like it was out of nowhere. Like I understand the rap, machismo beef that you had going on, like egotistical. You got more money, he got more money. I didn't even really factor in the girl piece until it was just kind of brought to my attention. Oh, like right, he was messing with your baby mother.
Yeah,
but I never saw 50 kind of be mad about that because he was even calling her a little prostitute. So I don't know if that was, just him being petty.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
So no, I'm just trying to add perspective, right? Once the wolf is wounded, you go in for the kill. You know what I mean? And maybe it's not as linear as it's just some gay shit. That nigga slept with your girl, you mad. Maybe he's like, yo, this nigga might never be coming home. Because we're gonna constantly introduce, because here's another thing. And I forget the people's names, so forgive me. There was a young lady who used to work for Diddy, and she married another dude who worked for Diddy, right?
Okay.
She had a lot of dirt on Diddy. She died of pneumonia in 2009. Her husband died 6 months later of pneumonia. Remember, Kim Porter died of pneumonia.
Yeah.
Heavy D died of pneumonia.
Yeah.
I think Albie Shaw and Jamie Foxx We're all getting ready to die. And here's the thing. The coroner for Kim Porter, Michael Jackson, and these two individuals was all the same coroner. His name was Winters something. He recently died of old age. So the father of the girl from 2009, he had a separate toxicology done. This is all fact. You can look it up. And it stated that she had high levels of arsenic in her blood, which signified rat poisoning. Now, you could do an autopsy and say the cause of death was pneumonia because rat poisoning causes that without saying pneumonia due to rat poisoning. Gotcha. So when the father tried to contest this, the coroner said, I said, you can't overrule him, it was pneumonia. And so however this rat poison is being distributed, if Diddy's behind that, dude, this story takes a whole nother level of shit that's going on. How many bodies does this nigga have? Yeah. Oh my God. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something to think about.
So now my attention is back on 50, right? Because you see it in the comments. Everybody now, and just like we do with everybody who makes a splash, they become the new it, right? So when Cat Williams did his splash on the Shannon Sharp show, everything was Cat gonna expose everything. Cat is gonna expose everything. Cat is gonna expose everything. Then it was Kendrick. Kendrick gonna expose everything. Kendrick's gonna expose everything. And now it is 50 Cent. 50's gonna expose everything. 50's gonna expose everything. To what end? To what end? Is it just Diddy? Is he going after everybody? Is he taking the place of not the same things he's doing, but is he taking the position in black people's minds, in our society, in our industry? Like, what's happening? To what
Let's
end?
think about how the human mind works, especially Negroes. We need a savior all the time. God. We don't want to blame the system. The system want us to think that it's a bad apple. Diddy is a bad apple. Russell Simmons was a bad apple. Harvey Weinstein was a bad apple. R. Kelly was a bad apple. The dude Negar from Canada, bad apple. Well, they don't want you to focus on the tree that's producing the bad apples. They want you to focus on the bad apples. Diddy 50 may be serving his purpose to play his role in the situation so that he can look like a savior to some, and maybe the reward for that is he gets the position that was probably reserved for Diddy, right? Okay. Because Diddy had a few assignments. He had to knock off Whitney.
Allegedly.
He had to knock off Michael Jackson.
Allegedly.
Jay-Z had to knock off Prince.
Allegedly.
And these are the assignments that was going to escalate them to the ultimate level of gatekeeper, right? But Diddy took a left with the Darion because I'm hearing the company that bought Netflix is Darion.
What?
Darion, the liquor company, the tequila company, is one of the companies in that pool that bought Netflix. I mean, bought Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers?
Yeah. That's what I'm hearing. And I don't know, but a lot of these entities be connected. Side note, Malcolm, did you know, and this is Black Dot pulling his shoulder out, but I got this from a very reliable TikTok source. Very reliable TikTok source. Very reliable. The people who take your pictures at school, who've been taking your little photos since kindergarten, the parent company that owns them is BlackRock.
I'm not surprised.
Okay. What the fuck is Black Brock taking my kindergarten pictures for? Is what I'm asking. Kindergarten, first grade, second grade. Do they know who you are before you know who you are? Is it something in your fingerprint? Is it something when you came through your birth records? Because we don't study that shit, that they go keep an eye on that little nigga right there, right? And why do they have my pictures all the way up to fucking high school? Well, I didn't get a high school diploma, so they don't have that one. But you know what I mean? Yeah. Every picture, me, my mother, that would be the one day I got a haircut. You know, I had clean clothes. Come on, bro. That's some spooky shit. Okay. You don't think that's spooky?
Yeah, it is.
You just sent me pictures of my grandson. Yeah. He looks sharp as hell. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Black Rock. Why are they watching my grandson, son? It's not a good look. That is not a good look. All right?
Oh, real quick, I want to shout out my baby, Titan. He's walking now.
All right. Yeah.
He's walking.
He's saw him with the 1-2. Yeah.
He's already using his powers for evil.
Oh, yeah.
He's using his new abilities for evil around the house already.
Once they start walking, it's over. Right? Yeah. No more limitations. You can't go wash the dishes and he's sitting there watching. No. He's a schemer.
Yeah, he is.
He know the cookies are on top of the fridge. I need 3 human minutes to push the chair up to the fridge, get the fucking cookies. You're not thinking like that. They are thinking 2 and 3 steps ahead now. Once they can walk, because once they can walk, they can run. Yeah. Right? They're schemers. Schemers. Keep an eye on them. Schemers. Yeah. Side note. Oh, Marlon Wayans and 50. God damn it. You started the conversation.
You got to stop. Put the cup down.
Yeah. I'm all over the place. Okay. Marlon Wayans. Why is he doing this?
Yeah.
Why, Marlon? What made you feel the need to get involved with something that they had nothing to do with you?
Somebody asked him if he watched it. And he was basically saying, no, I didn't watch it. Basically, I don't understand why you got to kick a black man while he's down or kick a man while he's down. And somebody said, well, he was kicking Cassie while she was down. So it was a lot of that happening. But what the question that they're asking, because I think Ja Rule said the same thing, and Ja Rule's intentions could be the same thing. He's been beefing with 50 since forever. But the question that they're asking is something along the lines of what I'm asking, like, okay, like, why you, right? And 50 has been in the industry my whole life. Like, I remember, like, his come ups. I watched it, and to just flat out say to bet money that he has no dirt under his hands either, I don't know. Right? And I've always said this on the show. You can look back. I said 50's hands better be clean with the way he goes at everybody. Right? And it could be true. He could be clean, right? But that's probably what Marlon is saying. And Marlon also probably has his own personal connection with Diddy. I saw him, talk about he's been to a bunch of Diddy parties. So he's probably like, yo,
dude.
Don't look too hard over here. Don't look too, I don't know.
He's damn well been at a lot of them Diddy parties. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. That's the best thing I can tell you to do.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Let these men look at all of the other people who were at those Diddy parties. They're not saying nothing. Denzel, the list goes down. They not saying nothing. They leave that man alone. Let him fight his battles. But the silence is loud, right? Yeah. Because if you innocent, you should be able to come out and say something. Now, 50 don't drink and he don't smoke, right? Let's be clear with that. He'll take a shot of something real quick, but he like me, he'll hold that drink all night. So he's never inebriated. So you can't slip nothing in his drink. So you can't catch him in one of those weird situations. All the chicks he date, you know what they say? The nigga don't spend no money on me, right? So whatever he doing, and I'm not saying he's innocent, but you have to be, you know damn well he wasn't at one of them parties on them tapes because that would be suicide. We would just release the tape on you, nigga. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Ja Rule, on the other hand, according to Gene Deal, said that nigga was getting his back blown out.
Please.
If you hear, okay, check this out.
Please.
I've been around a lot of freaky shit, right? If you hear some shit going on in the room, my first impression is, all right, my man in there handling his business, as he should. If two niggas come out and no girl follow them, something's up. Something's up. I'm just keeping it a bean. I'm just telling you, I didn't say that.
Allegedly.
That's what Gene Deal said. Gene Deal said, Ja Rule came out that room and said, there's some freaky shit going on in there. What does that mean? You know what I mean? What does that, because you have a code of conduct. If you like been on the road, all right, I'm handling my business, you handle yours. Don't glance over here.
Don't cross swords.
Don't cross swords ever. We're not gonna do this and that. No. Handle your business, I'm gonna handle mine. Eye contact up, yo, you having a good time? Nigga, if you do this and look down, this is gonna get weird, all right? So, two niggas pop out of the room sweating and a bunch of girls don't follow them because then, you know, okay, yo, we in this, chicks in this, wildin', you know. Just saying. I'm just saying. This from nigga who been on the road, who been with, you know, groupies, and I'm telling you what it is. There's rules to the game. Malcolm, the 80s were a crazy time. The early 90s were crazy time. The sex worker is now suing Cassidy for $35 million. Get that money, black man, because you were abused. You were forced to blow her back out for 18 hours? That's abuse, Malcolm. That shit is abuse. Now, remember, she's already guilty, but because she took the plea deal, she couldn't be charged criminally. Right? They said, watch the trial. She was the one calling him, paying him, meeting him at the door. But she can be charged civilly. And I'm all with advocating for sex abuse victims. Your Honor, she made me lay her down for 24 hours straight, Your Honor. I did not want to do that. $35 million. I'll settle for 17. If you cut the check for 12 right now, I'll take the 5 and I'll be out of your hair. Right? Because he's a victim. He's clearly a victim. Make me fly me out every March 9th for Biggie's death date? So you can hold him into perjury and do some sex. And you was collecting my semen?
Yeah.
Dude, this is some spooky shit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he's a victim.
He meant Cassie, not Cassidy. He's
Oh, who I said?
Cassidy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on this Black Hennessy. Cassidy, I'm sorry about that. Now, he's a victim. He needs to go to therapy to beef up his case. Sit around. Hi, what's his name? I don't know his name. Hi, so-and-so. Why are you here? Because I was abused. Wow. Tell us your story. Beautiful woman named Cassie. She abused me. Wow. Get that money. Get that money.
right. What's next? What'd you think about Mysonne? He's being named. Hold on. What's this actual title? I think crime advisory board.
Mysonne on the come up.
Yeah.
They call him a crime boss. New York Post. This nigga went to jail for armed robbery that he didn't do. And they calling him a crime boss. I know why they doing it, to make it seem like the mayor is, hiring. Now, from what I understand, I don't follow Mysonne and the whole Democrat shit, but he's been trying to get his feet into this political realm for a long time. He's one of them dudes with the bullhorn who comes out and does his thing. Him and the girl, what's her name?
Tamika Mallory.
Tamika Mallory. They're doing their thing. And so, but because he's kept himself clean, I think convicts deserve a second chance. He's proven to keep his nose clean and fight and, for justice. I think it's a good look. Good look. Get that money.
Yeah, I fell back from Mysonne a few years ago. When he first came out, I think out of jail, he had his flex freestyle, and then he started to really get into, because that's when Black Lives Matter was really just starting to pop.
Yeah,
I was with him, and then I just kind of fell back. I don't know, that class of quote unquote activists, I fell way back from after a while, because it just started feeling like a little repetitive. Sean King's, it just started to get pretty repetitive. But I'm happy for anybody who is at least on the outskirts, just kind of doing the right thing or what they need to be doing. I don't truly know about his politics. I don't truly know about what he's doing, but this is a good look. If you're trying to get into the realm of politics, And you can get back to your community. He's doing it. He's on the ground. Do your thing, man.
He's on the ground, and he's advocating. See, everyone advocates in different ways. His mindset is, this is the way it needs to be done. Kudos to him for somebody recognizing the work he's put in, and I'm not gonna hate. I might need that nigga one day. On some shit.
From the Bronx. He's
from the Bronx. He's from Nelson Avenue, where I grew up at. Yeah. I'm not gonna hate. Not my thing, but I'm not gonna hate.
Yeah, exactly.
I do want to give a condolences to Fly Ty, Tyrone Williams from Cold Chillin' Records, the founder of Cold Chillin' Records, has passed away. I don't know what he passed away from. He was a little older. He is very prominent in early hip hop. He should be on Mount Rushmore with Andre Harrell, Russell Simmons, him, and maybe Mr. Magic or something, in terms of the ones who started these independent labels, the entire Juice Crew, Bismarck, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, Roxanne Shante, Shan, all of them are under his tree, and he's done a magnificent job over the years of early hip hop, and he's not spoken enough for me for his contributions to hip hop, because he did that. Andre Harrell went and did Uptown. Russell Simmons went and did Def Jam, and that early hip hop when it was truly about peace, unity, love, and having fun. He is an intricate part of, and I think tonight or tomorrow at the Apollo Theater, they're doing a video tribute to the God.
Dope.
So shout out to Cold Chillin' family, the entire Cold Chillin' family. Malcolm, rappers with the most top 10 albums of all time.
Ooh.
Future, 18.
Damn.
Drake, 17. Jay-Z, got 16 of them bad boys. Nas has got 16 of them.
He caught up.
Young Boy has got 16 of them. Eminem has got 13. I'm very surprised at that. Kanye has got 13, and Lil Wayne has 13 top 10 albums according to Billboard 200 charts. I didn't see no Kendrick on there. I was surprised.
He don't have that many albums.
I was getting ready to say he don't have
Yeah.
that many albums
Yeah.
yet. You know.
Wait, albums go. I don't think he's missed an albums though.
No, he hasn't missed. He hasn't missed. So if he continues, but if he gonna put them out every 4 years, then you know it'll be a while before he makes this list.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys heard, but I saw this report that Russia has been stockpiling gold, and they have about $300 billion in gold stockpiled in their country.
That's not a lot of gold.
It is.
$300 billion in gold?
In gold, yes.
Or 300 billion pounds of that shit.
I think $1 billion in gold. Now, what's happening, because India also has a lot of gold.
Okay.
A lot of the countries in the BRICS alliance also have a lot of gold. Now, there was a lot of tariffs and a lot of sanctions that were placed on them in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
That has limited or restricted commerce between nations. Now, Russia and those BRICS nations have had to do business within themselves while the dollar is dropping, while layoffs are piling up in the U.S.
Yes.
The stock market is down. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all down. Who knows what's about to happen?
And so they may be trying to go back to the gold standard.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, the American dollar will plummet, and we will go and give somebody some democracy. So we'll start a war. Shit, come on. What else we gonna do?
We gotta get some democracy out.
We're gonna have to go give somebody some democracy.
Yeah.
And get that gold back.
Yeah.
Yes?
Somebody, Jay Nightman, who made...
Go ahead.
Jay Nightman asked a question that I've always wanted to know. If you know the answer, please let me know. Please inform me. Who made gold the end-all, be-all, and why? I've always wanted to know that.
That's a great question. I think it goes back to Mansa Musa. That shit might go back... You know what? That shit goes back to the Anunnaki, nigga.
But, like, why? You get what I'm saying? Like,
because gold has a resonant frequency to it that can't be matched. That's what I'm going to say. It's all through your body. And you know the Anunnaki, if you know the story, they came here and created us to mine gold. Perhaps because on their planet, gold is needed. So gold became that, you know what I mean? That shit. Okay. Right? Okay. And as an alchemist, your goal was to turn lead into gold. Right? So what I said in Hip Hop Decoded was when the lead pencil hit the pad, it led to gold. Right?
Hit the button.
Shit led to gold teeth, gold chains. Yeah. Gold records, gold plaques, right? And so gold, and then gold is the goal. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? So this shit get crazy. So, you know, yeah. Right. Monatomic gold is what you should be ingesting to help you reach them enlightened states. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with Anunnaki for 200, Bill. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Anunnaki. Okay. Yeah.
Now, what were you saying before I cut you off? You said.
I was saying. iHeart Radio is the only one who's refusing to use AI in any capacity.
I respect it.
They don't want no AI songs, no AI commercials, no AI beats. And that alone has put them in a unique space. How long can they fight it, though? before they gotta go, all right, we succumb to, what it is.
It depends. I think it all depends on the younger generation, the kids. You know what I mean? Because once something goes like viral on TikTok or something where you cannot avoid it,
Yes.
it's gonna be hard to kind of just fight that battle because the younger generation, they don't care about nothing. Like
Yeah. Side
nothing.
note,
Go ahead.
Oba said gold is forever. It doesn't disintegrate, not water, not fire. It just is. He's just saying. So it holds its value. Now remember, the way the dollar came in, because niggas was tired of, I got 50 pounds of gold, nigga, I can't move, I'm a target. Niggas is coming to get that. So they said, put it in the bank. You know what I mean? Let's hold it up, put it in the bank, and we'll give you a note that says you have 50 pounds in gold. And it used to hold the value. Then with the Federal Reserve and all that, they freaked it. Now it doesn't hold the value, and here we are. You know what I'm talking about?
All right.
So Malcolm, let's take a few questions, and then we're gonna get rid of you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring the God Knowledge Born in, and we'll chat with him for a few. LeBron signed $1 million Nike deal. That's bad.
$1 billion.
$1 billion. That's bad.
That's it.
Because now from the hood perspective, $1 billion lifetime deal, they're gonna make $30 billion off him in a lifetime.
Yeah.
And when you lock in early like that, not a good look.
Damn.
Not a good look.
Yo, what do you see? Do you see Rich Paul like going on like a campaign to try to like downplay, like to try to say the Lakers are bad?
The Lakers stink.
Okay.
They're flawed because Austin Reeves can't play no defense. He can score.
Okay.
Luka don't play no defense.
Okay.
LeBron is 41. He can't play defense.
Okay.
So you have a team where these young teams are running rings around them with this young body. So the team is flawed. So he's not lying. But why is he saying it now? Because they're trying to make a pitch for Giannis. Okay. Remember, Lakers got new ownership in there now. The ones who own the Dodgers now own the Lakers. You see what they're doing with the Dodgers. They buying everybody.
Yeah.
And so Rich Paul is just telling the truth. Now, the Lakers can go into your city for one game at a time and they can beat you because you're not planning for them. But when you got 7 games to plan for them, you're going to beat them all day. You're going to beat them all day long. Look what happened with Minnesota last year in the playoffs.
Gotcha.
Just destroyed them. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
So, Malcolm, let's take 2 questions for you.
All right. I don't know if you guys have seen, going back to college football, there are college teams who are threatening to freeze out Notre Dame from scheduling them on their schedules in the future. It's because Notre Dame is the only team that's not in a conference, right? But they get to play any games that they want. They get to kind of cherry pick what games they play. They sometimes, play lower level D1 teams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Boost up their record, and then they get an automatic playoff bid, and it's not right. So a lot of players. So when they got bumped out the playoffs this year because they lost to Miami,
yes,
they lost.
They did.
They lost. Right? They got a hissy fit, and then they said they're not playing any bowl games. So a lot of athletic directors are threatening to not schedule them in the future. So I thought that was perfect and a good way to combat the mess that they've been doing. So
I like it.
Somebody said, do y'all think BlackRock will ever fail? If BlackRock fails, the only way that would happen, I think it would have to come from inside. Like, it would have to come from, because they own literally everything. Like, they have their hands in everything, right? They're government officials who have stock investments in something that BlackRock probably owns. So they own the government officials. Like they literally run everything they want, unless there is another secret, top secret, organization that I haven't heard about that actually owns them. I don't know, bro.
And it's called BlackRock.
Yeah.
When I think of BlackRock, I think of the macabre. I think of, seven journeys around the Black Stone. You know what I mean? In Mecca. I'm thinking they have named it BlackRock for a reason. They don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
Right? And so they're holding something over us psycho-spiritually that we understand as to be a spiritual device that's not from Earth. That rock ain't from Earth. Wherever that shit is from, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of deepness going on, but when you own everything, how can you fail?
Right. Like it's like unless the financial system collapses, and they probably got a hand, they probably caused that.
Come
you know
on.
what I'm saying? Like it's
Come on.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have a system collapse and I lose. That's like voting me out of power and I'm the elite. That will never happen. Voting is for poor people. I'm sorry. The elite are never gonna let you vote them out of power. Come on, bro. And with that being said, Malcolm,
guys,
it's been real for you.
Yes, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Love you guys. Shout out to Knowledge Born. What's good?
Peace. And we're going to go to a commercial break and come back with Knowledge Born for a few. So you guys are getting a bonus treat tonight. Let's do this.
Yes. Let me put my babies to sleep.
Resurrect your life with the spiritual consultation with myself, author of A Glass of Water and a Candle, Obade Dayo. The Lazarus special is my end of the year check-in as the ground freezes. Our ancestors prepared for the winter. Let us help you prepare for this winter with the consultation for $71. But don't wait, because the special ends December 17th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Click the link or scan the QR code to schedule your reading with me at Omediana Productions. So let's resurrect our goals and ambitions this year, honoring St. Lazarus.
The streets are buzzing about Dwayne Bowser's, aka The Black Dot's, latest release, a memoir titled Gotta Laugh to Keep From Crying. I Didn't Start Living Until I Thought I Was Dying. I couldn't wait to get my copy and check out the boxed limited edition that features a recorded greeting from the author himself.
Peace to my sister Letitia. Lovely.
Created in the exceptional quality Urban X is known for, the boxed edition also includes a signed hardcover of what is sure to be, if not already is, a bestseller. Or you can get a signed copy of the hardback alone. Whether just the book or the limited edition box set, don't miss out on one of the most exciting releases this year. Congratulations, Dwayne Bowser. Shout out to Urban X.
Peace. We are back. We are in effect. I don't know if we left people, lost people.
I see 13.
All right.
Can they put a 1?
Put a 1 in the chat if you're still with us. Because Mama Dot did some crazy-ish. And now I need to know we back in effect. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, we look like we good. We look like we good. We are in the mix. With me now is my brother from another mother, Knowledge Born, Do the Knowledge Radio in the building. Yeah. What up, God?
Peace, man.
Peace.
And the reason for the Black Henny
Yes, you're the reason
shortage. So,
for the Black Henny shortage. Yes.
Honored to be here. The show was phenomenal.
Yes.
Tonight, honors to you, honors to Mama Dot, to be in the sanctum sanctorium.
Yes.
Of Black Dotistry and Dot Dynasty. Like,
yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, somebody was trying to come with me, Dot. I was like, nah, fam, I waited 20 years for an invite. I had to kick him out the car. Like, nah, son.
Yeah, next time. Next
you
time.
work your way in.
Next time.
Definitely.
Shout out Obar. You know, he's got the sale going until the 17th, I believe it is. It's going to be $71 or something. God, you know what I mean? Good God, I know it's talk about that book, man, that he put out, because it is a phenomenal book. You know what I mean?
Can I shout out this brand new hoodie off the press? Like, I got it off the press. Like, the Urban Excellence transformation time. It's like Mama Dot went into a time chamber and was like, what could I get to God? Like, pow! Like,
yes.
And I got hit in the face. She's like, you telling me that you built a time machine? I had to go back to the future real quick with that. And I was like, yo,
off the press.
This is amazing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So for all of the Urban X family out here, get this iconic, because it's iconic and it's made with love.
Yes.
You understand? Like, it's iconic and made with love.
Yeah.
So 2 books that had me in the chokehold in 2025, 2 of the best books of 2025. These 2. I didn't know I had emotions and feelings and all that. I just thought I was mad logical and mad deep in that. But my feels was affected. My psyche was affected. Like, every space from these 2 books in particular spoke to every single urban experience from an elevated perspective and from a real perspective. So, God will have to keep from crying. Didn't know I was living until I was dying. And this, I call these books, I renamed Dot and Oba at the same time. I was like, Oba Slim and Dot Goins. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
so,
Donald Goins and Slim, yes.
This book is a life changer. It's a game changer. I need to see the movies for both books.
Yes.
I need to see the movies because the reading takes you into a world where you want to exist in the world. You understand what I'm saying? I'm standing by the tub like, yo, word?
Yep.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? So it's a different thing. And here, all of our neighborhood nuances, right? So we say hip-hop, right? We say hip-hop, but it's the trains. If you haven't been on the trains, you haven't walked the streets, you don't even know hip-hop. Like, you're doing yourself a deficit. Like, you're looking at it from a topical perspective. If you ain't never been in an elevator that don't work and had to walk up 20 flights of stairs.
Pissy staircase.
Right. If you ain't never been uneasy in a space, you're missing the nuances. And what Oba did was take our traditions, our time-honored traditions that are forgotten and also misrepresented out here, and repurposed it and gave us a urban science fiction novel that takes us on a journey through the series of the things that existed in his mind and the relevance of our spiritual culture during this spiritual reawakening process that's going on with 2 characters that speak to our spirit.
Yep.
One from the gutter and one from prominence. 2 twins of one another in that twin essence, in that twin spirit, and gave us everything. Frankly, can I be a little frank just a tiny
Yes.
bit? Blame it on the black water / the black Henny / the black rock. Everything that Sinners was not. Because Sinners kind of did a little once over with it, but didn't give it the credence and the justice because you got to include everybody in your story. This is a for us. This is the foo-foo. This ain't even the full-boo.
Yeah, this ain't full-boo. This is
foo-foo.
Foo-foo.
Okay, you got to put your hands in it. You understand what I'm saying? And it's represented in regards to something savvy, some hip-hop, some cultural, some spiritual, and showing these rites of passages that we have to undergo and the necessity for rites of passage, so you're no longer disconnected from your culture. So I wanted to shout that out.
Yeah, that is an excellent breakdown. And to add to that, when I dropped Hip Hop Decoded, which was to create a palatable language for our brothers and sisters to understand spirituality, occult science, and all of that, it was groundbreaking. Then A.A. Rashid came with the Dog Star Hip Hop Collection, which took it to another level. And now the storytelling aspect of it by Brother Obar is allowing you to understand how deep our story is from multiple levels. The name of the book, The Rites of Passage of Taiwo and Kahindi. I know I killed that. Sorry about that, Obar. I love you. Right? The Rites of Passage by Taiwo and Kahindi. And this is volume 1 of, I think he got the next one coming out. He's going to have to do the audio books to it.
Right.
Because it's so many nuances in these characters that he has to do that. And so, shout out Brother Obar. I think it's on Amazon.
Yep, you just put it in.
Okay.
On the screen.
Okay, it's on the screen. All right. So now we talking. So, bro, you've been traveling up the East and West Coast, just visiting.
Yes.
I love that. You just touching the people, because this social media thing is weird.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to go put your arms around people. When I walked into Nicholas Bookstore, first person I saw was you. I said, oh, the God is here to watch me perform. I couldn't show you my appreciation more. I appreciate it. And now, you hit the bookstore,
Black and Nobel.
Yeah. Peace to the God. Hakeem down there.
Yeah.
And you've been touching people, and we got to do that from time to time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm following in the pathway that you laid, honestly. So I was in Georgia and in Atlanta with Baba Baruti and Mama Baruti and their family for Kibuka, and they came down and they laid out an excellent space. I don't think that we give our families enough credit. You have to go and witness this. Don't allow social media alone to have your narrative skewed in that kind of way, because you'll be mixed up and fixed up. I saw young black children alert, attentive, disciplined, poised, and they were telling you about what they have going on. They were telling you about the school. Hey, sir, pardon me for bothering you for a second. I want to tell you about this place that you're in. This is the school. We have a school for young people. We have middle school and we have high school in this place right here. That's our principal right here. Can I give you this flyer? Oh, did you get a flyer? You understand what I'm saying? So that understanding, we had like a 3-hour situation in ode to our ancestors. Those children were quiet and they were part of the show. They had on, some people came that day and they got on code with the children that they were there that day. They were representing the Middle Passage. For 45 minutes, those young black children were like this.
Wow.
Nobody made a peep. Nobody said, I had to go to the bathroom. None of that. And everybody who was there were people that were supposed to be there couldn't make it. And there was young children who got in line, and they were so enthralled by the young children that they got on code. So through this situation of proximity, they were able to represent.
I love it.
And then they'll let out the whales. They'll let out some of these things from a pictorial space, because oftentimes we place little credence in these things and we just do the once-over situation. But to witness this, it was a beautiful thing to see in Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to the Ackerman Institute. Shout out to Ackerman House. Bob Rudy and his queen, Mama Yabaruti. They have over 40 books.
Wow.
That they wrote together.
Wow.
And they have this institute that was based off of their child. They didn't want their child, after working in the education system for all them years,
and
to be
witness,
exposed to that. So that's the greatest credence I could ever hear. Your children. You understand what I'm saying? The whole situation with Buddy in the school, where your children go to school at? Nobody, I never heard that.
Right.
I never heard that. Where your children go to school at right now, currently? So if you're doing this, what are your children learning? Who's teaching your children? Nobody asked that. That's a simple thing because we come from where we come from, right? So after leaving Atlanta and coming up to New York, New Jersey, Philly, I'm like, I got to do the in-person because everybody's a bot on the internet. They're fake people and all this old stuff. And when I seen the God on the Fly, I was like, Black Dot and Nicholas? I went back in the time machine. Again, you understand what I'm saying? I went back in the time machine. So shout out to Monique, happy born day. I walked in and I saw King Simon and I seen King Simon when I walked in and I seen Bobby Seville when I walked in. I was like, yo, I'm in the right place at the right time. And I got to see Bobby Lloyd Strayhorn and his daughter come in the door. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. The who's here. Where Dot at? I'm like, I'm giving Dot 1 hour. I'm be honest. Be honest. All right.
I popped in.
I was like, I got another hour for Dot. Dot gonna walk in, and he walked in with the effervescence. You understand what I'm saying? He walked in with the. I said, Dot in the building. I'm like, all right, let me slide over here by the door so he can see the spook. You understand what I'm saying? So it was love. You understand? Like he didn't expect me to be there. I was like, I saw it. It was undeniable. There was no way in the world. I could have been here. And not, had $1 million in no limited time, right? So. Beautiful space, beautiful opportunity. You said you gave yourself a C. You being mad hard on yourself. That's mad Virgo of you. They'd be like, yo, I did this. You weren't in the place to receive yourself.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? You were not in the place. Me and Mama Dot, I'm behind Mama Dot like I wish him up. You understand what I'm saying? Like I wish him up for wood up in here. You understand? But to receive us, to walk through. You understand? I said Black Dot is hip hop for real. Like that's not something to mince words. When you want to know what hip hop is, when you want to know what these communities are that we grew up in, these spaces. So the essence of what the real message of hip hop, devoid of all of the nonsense, was intended for, you personify and you walk the people in the place on the journey.
I walked them through it.
Like walk with me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm in the cut like And when he walked in, King Simon was like, yo, Dad, you doing chicken soup?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so when you resonating with people, like, all right, this is this alchemical thing that's undeniable, indiscriminate to time and space.
Yes.
So that opportunity to see that live, you know what I'm saying? I seen you lecture live, tear the house down. I seen it all. To see you in your God body MC element.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And realistic, not like, yo, fam, I'm 57, fam. Like, all right, I'm about to have to take the seat over here. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
To see the metamorphosis of the elevation. So rocking the stages, rocking the lecture circuits, rocking, to see it like, okay, it's poised, right? Y'all were talking about, LeBron before I came on. He's in a different season.
Yes.
He's in a different season, and he has a young team around him that's looking for him for leadership and sustainability.
And that's all he has to provide.
Without the benefit of college.
And he banged it on some young dude, some 7-footer.
Oh, yeah.
In the game, just to remind him.
I still got that. Yeah.
I'm going to switch gears for a second. I want to talk about your moms, who I knew personally. Not only did when we went to Bavaria, the home of the Illuminati and all that old shit. Ago. And your mom showed up, and me and her were on the first day, and she opened up with the feminine energy to kill the show for us. And I came behind her, and I felt so warm. But when I got back to the States, I hooked her up with my young ones, Eli in particular, but I took Odyssey with me, you know what I'm saying, to get some of her tutelage on, and she was very honest and said, listen, I needed him to be here a little bit early, but we're going to do this, that, and that. And then for her untimely transition, but I was so glad I got to build with her, the wisdom she had. She literally blew my mind on her knowledge of herbs, occult science, wisdom. And so I wanted to salute. I know during the month of November is when she transitioned. And so salute to moms, salute to Oba's moms, as you guys was doing. My mom's went out yesterday. Yesterday, my mom's transcended. December 10th, which was 1 week after Eli was born. So salute to your moms, and just give me a brief overview, because she was on the herbalistic level of Sabi and all of them. I don't care what nobody say. I know it when I see it. And so speak to that real quick, you know?
Well, the bookstores become important. The bookstores are the epicenter that gave credence to the health food store. That was the only place you could get herbs. You can go in Walmart now and get herbs now.
Right, right.
And she talked about that in her talk. You know, I asked her, you know, to come over after her going to China. You know, I sent her to China, and I'm like, what you gonna do around this family day? She was like, I'm like, nah. If they mad at you for going to China, because, you know, they thought my mother was fabricating stuff, they're going to be real mad. You coming back from China, you be there for a couple of weeks, and you coming to Germany to do this lecture with Lakhdar, Rashid, and True Master. So that was my offering, right? My offering to the gods was, you said authenticity, right? And one thing you said that day was like, yo, if I wanted to know something about my mother, I didn't ask my mother. You understand what I'm saying? I asked her mother. Anybody was going to look at me of any type of space of authenticity, you saw my mother face to face.
Yes.
And she told my birth story.
Yes.
In that place.
Yes.
So now there's a space of credence, because myself and my nephew, Judah, my brother Richard, his son, had a similar birth story in regards to the hospital and things like that. So if she didn't have me as a case study, she wouldn't know what to do with him. So that was her credence. Her first patient, as she said, was herself.
Yes.
Herself. So, you know, the science of iridology, the science of herbs and healing, these are all things that are real, and it takes your consistent and persistent space and addressing all of the other concerns. The mental, the emotional, the spiritual, and then the family. Because you don't go through a situation by yourself. Your family goes through it with you. It might be personally affecting you, but your family is affected because it's affecting you.
Yes.
So there was a credence in space that I learned after her transition in regards to that, those value systems that she put in our crib with our family.
Yes.
So in that space of family, in the space of support system, in the space of transparency, you can't shoulder this. It's not designed for you, first of all, to shoulder anything alone, positive or negative. It's a family situation that everybody's on deck for, because once a child is introduced, everybody gets a promotion. Nobody's the same.
Right, yeah.
So if it takes a village, then it takes a village. If it takes a village for a child, what does it take for an adult? So many of the things that my mother, you know, battled through in her own personal circumference is things that people have in the level of skepticism. You don't think that you are worthy of healing. You don't think you're worthy of attention. You don't think you're worthy of love, because love was the quintessential thing.
Yes.
And love don't come with conditions.
No, it's not supposed to.
You know what I'm saying? And love don't cost a thing. Right? So these are things and life lessons that she, you know, imparted upon me. And that was one of those rare occasions when my mother said she was proud to me out loud.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? She could tell a room full of people, oh, you know, my son, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
she could diagnose my symptomology in regards to behavior to other people. They ain't stopped at an extension cord, Doc. You understand what I'm saying? She understood what she understood. Understood. But, you know, in hindsight,
go ahead.
There was a credence that was there that was associated with what real love is and what real love costs. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna add something to you I never told you. After your mother got off the stage, right? And it was my turn to get on. She opened up beautiful, smoked it. I think somebody poisoned me, God. I was feeling, no exaggeration. I ain't even gonna get into the niggas with the shaved off fingers and all that shit out there in Bavaria that we were seeing and all that shit, right? Your mom's put her hand on my shoulder, word to mother, word to Barn and Barnet's life. And within 30 seconds, I was ready to go because I was getting ready to pass out or cancel the lecture. If you watch the tape, when I'm first kind of like, but as I was getting it together and shaking her and hugging her, she touched me, son, and my stomach cleared up completely. Now, I'm not getting into no superstitious shit. I'm just telling you the motherly touch that I needed at that point. Because I said, what the fuck? I ain't never felt like that before I hit the stage. I said, this is weird. Like, somebody drugged me or some shit? Or maybe it was some entity, some shit trying to attack me. And mama took care of it. And we rolled forward. Next question. Because we ain't got a lot of time, we speaking about books. You've put out a series of books in ebook form that I want you to break down to the people and let them know where they can get it and how important it is for what it is that you do. First of all, we got how many shows you done did on Do the Knowledge Radio?
4,000.
4,000 shows.
4,000, 10 years.
10 years, 4,000 shows. He's interviewed the who's who of the conscious hip-hop diaspora. You name it, he's interviewed them. And sometimes it'll be 15 people in there and he going off. It didn't matter because it has to be anchored in that time for you to go back at another time and get that information. And that's what I'm trying to teach young people. I watched KRS-One perform one time when I was with Tim Dog, and there was only 8 people in the crowd, and he was going off. He was, and we asked him, yo, dude, there's only 8 people out there. He said, I perform every show the same way. I never cheat the people. Those 8 people might be the ones that go buy records. So when you doing your events, 4,000 shows in 10 years, I'm gonna drop a bomb to that shit. Do the Knowledge Radio.
With an A.
With an A. Do the Knowledge, THA. And I'm on at least 6-7 times, right? So tell me about the book.
700 times, right?
Yeah, book collection. And we can close out on that stuff.
If I could say real quick, Black Dot was the first person that agreed to be on Do Knowledge Radio 10 years ago, August 29th. You know what I'm saying? A couple days after the born day, I rolled the dice. I was like, if I could get a little Black Dot, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So him, Red Pill, Sutek, and so many others came through. You know what I'm saying? When people love you, they show up for you. So I had the greatest catalyst. That research question was, what is consciousness? And Black Dot gave one of the illest breakdowns of consciousness, and you said then, right? Us who are conscious have the burden and responsibility, and that leads and links to some of the depressive states because ignorance is bliss. Everybody out there like wild for the night.
Yes.
But the ones who have it, we walking around with this burden like, man, this is crazy. So I said that because that was one of the catalysts for the book. The book series, Voices of the Diaspora, is 12 books. And those 12 books are in ebook format because I had to get with the times. People not really walking around with the Jones. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's in regards to everything that we deal with as a community. Actionable, practical, from entrepreneurship. That's volume 1. Volume 2 is contrary to popular belief. What y'all said earlier, black queens forever, snow bunnies, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? if you're a black person, you came from a black woman. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how do you not give credence to the womb that bore you, the womb that gave you life? Whatever you doing out here, understand that you came from a womb.
That's right.
And that womb reverence kept you in a space to sustain you where you cannot sustain yourself.
That's right.
So Volume 2 dedicated to the black woman. Volume 3 and 4 is for those of us who are disruptors, those who are in a space to create change with our hands. Because everybody ain't, marching and holding picket signs.
Right,
Some people punching you in the face. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Some people leaving your car on crates.
On crates.
You understand what I'm saying? So for those who have that inclination, that's what it is. Volume 5 is for our content creators. Our content creators, the propagandists and the soldier have the same position on the battlefield. So if the word don't get out, ain't nobody showing up. You understand what I'm saying? So the essence for our young creatives, indiscriminate to age, is they need to own their own narrative. You need to own your own story. You need to know that your story is enough. You don't have to become somebody. You understand what I'm saying? You have to pretend to be somebody. Back to authenticity. Your story, is enough. I said that was Volume 5. Look, the Black Henry done got me a little bit. That's Volume 6. Volume 5 is the sustainability. So science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So Volume 5 is dedicated to who's going to build the society that we're talking about, whether it's utopian or futile. Who's going to build the buildings? Who's going to create the toilets? Who's going to be working on the cars? Who's going to be writing the designs and the blueprints? That's Volume 5. So Volume 6 is the narrative. Volume 7 is dedicated to our scholars. We look everywhere, and we go to Asia and we get deep. He's like, this guy said, Buddha said, all of that. Like, we need to look at our own educators, our own scholars, and our own scholarship. You see what I'm saying? So you are in there, Oba's in there. The people that we know and love, we start to look at that in those spaces.
Salute.
Volume 8 deals with the programs, right? Those programs, like who's in your community with these particular programs and how are they, accessing this type of situation. I have 2 independent volumes that I dropped on my physical day. One is The Power of Black Family, because contrary to popular belief, everybody who's outside of our community knows our power, but they use it exploitative.
Yes.
And they capitalize off of us being in a fallen state with one another. You see what I'm saying? Nobody wins when the family feuds, right?
Nobody wins when the family feuds.
So that and my own lens, you see what I'm saying, in regards to what it was like for me. And that's from nameless to knowledge. So from me going from no name to this name that was chosen for me, that I carry with a great distinction and honor. You see what I'm saying? Based off of my mother and my father, and based off my life experience. You see what I'm saying? So knowledge born of Allah. You understand what I'm saying? So not just something because it sound fly or it sound good. It's a responsibility to make knowledge born in no limited time. So from nameless to knowledge. And then I have I talked about the Black family, but I don't shy away from the trauma. We cannot have an optimal society on any level with predators and degenerates that are loose. And we cannot begin to heal and reconcile unless we are able to address those maladies first. That's where trust becomes the foundation. So if somebody did something to you and wronged you, we can't sit at the table and act like everything's all right. We're invalidating those experiences, and they're going to implode before they explode.
Where can these people find these books?
They can get them from me directly. They can get all 12 in the ebook format. If they hit me on socials, they're on my websites, but I prefer to give them to them directly. So, all the schemers and the scammers out here, fam, I paid for some books and I ain't get nothing for some hot air. You see what I'm saying? And the last book that I'll talk about is securing a legacy. Securing a legacy is your family, in the way of disaster preparedness and all of those things. So when you hear securing a legacy, you're thinking about a bag.
Right,
You're going
right.
to end up in the bag trying to secure a bag.
Yes.
Now, is your home fortified? Are you fortified? Do you have situational awareness? You know, I was in the military for 17 years. 60 months in combat in Iraq and Afghanistan. 1,500 engagements. You understand what I'm saying? So from that space, we're talking about preparedness for your home, preparedness for yourself, situational awareness. You know, they're snatching people up. You out there walking with your Crocs and your phone and your earphones, and next thing you know, you wake up somewhere.
Right.
That's the large scale. The small scale is we all have families. We have young people with us. We have elder people with us that's traveling. What do you have in your car? You get on the traffic jam, you on the FDR, you on the BQE, you on the Beltline, you out here riding around the GWB, whatever the case may be, you in the traffic jam. People are irate in traffic jams. Are you prepared?
Yes.
So you can tell your grandbabies be quiet 10 times, but if you in a standstill for an hour and a half, what do you have in the car?
Yeah, for them to eat, for them to drink.
Yes.
To protect, no, absolutely.
And you prepared, like, okay, you prepared in case somebody get out the car and decide they just want to ride up on the side of your car. You understand what I'm saying?
You got to be prepared for that too.
Yeah, so it's actionable. All these books are practical and they're tailored towards, our experience. So if you got a summer break, if you got a fall break, whatever the case may be, it gives you an opportunity to come together as a family and say, yo, this is our strategy. This is our exit strategy. This is our second location over here or third location, whatever. So eventualities and contingencies, because we're operating from a space of clarity, not a space of fear.
I love it. And so on Instagram, what's the tag on Instagram?
Knowledge Monologue 357 on Instagram. You hit me. You know what I'm saying? And I got an Urban X special since I'm here with Urban X. You can get all 12 volumes for $50.
Can't beat that.
That's the Urban X special. So you hit me up on Instagram and say, yo, I seen your Ugg mug on Urban X with Black Dot and Mama Dot. You understand what I'm saying? And, you can get them from me directly, Cash App or PayPal, $50.
You can't beat that. For that kind of information he broke down, you already know what it is. And so you can be reached there. Where else can you be reached? What's your closing statements to the people tonight?
I love this audience. This is always a premier
to this, Henny, you know how we do, nigga.
Experience over here. I feel like I'm in dot class.
Cheers.
Not first class, dot class. You understand what I'm saying? Like I got to upgrade to be here and to sit in a place where Brother Obai A. Rashid sat. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that family. And shout out to my nephew, Malcom. You are amazing.
Yes.
Your mind is amazing. Your eye and ear for business. That other space of tactical space. Like that entrepreneurial boot camp.
Yes.
Wake up call. Like you think you're doing something out here. He's going to let you know and in no limited time. So this is excellence. I love Urban X, the father and son podcast. Numero uno.
Thank you.
Throughout my years in academia, they always said, who do you watch? Who do you admire? And it's always you and Malcolm, and then, Doggy Diamonds and a few other platforms. It's always there, right? They're always there. So we have to really give credence and ode to the ones who are here that continue on this legacy of righteousness. And we might not always like what's being said.
Yeah.
But the realness, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Either you get the realness or you get, the BS that's out there. So I want to honor you, honest to your family, to the dynasty over here. I love this. I called you the J Electronic book writing for years.
Man.
So I'm glad to see
I had to get that one done. I had to.
I'm glad to see Mad Books and everything else that's coming with the family. And I love the transparency and the vulnerability that y'all share with us. as a family. Like, we sit in the audience, you know what I'm saying, misty-eyed, we fired up, we laughing. I don't know how I made it through the broadcast. I was over there in the cut listening to the joint, like, be quiet. Be quiet. You know what I'm saying? So it's raw, it's vulnerable, it's the truth, it's real, and it's something that'll get us from this Thursday to the next Thursday.
And with that being said,
What's the website? What's his website?
what's your website?
www.dothenknowledgeradio.com.
But if you contact him direct, because he don't want no bullshit like you didn't get it, none of that. With that being said, brothers and sisters, a little extra treat tonight. I couldn't have the guard come up to see us and not put him on camera for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge Born is in the building. Shout out to everybody who spent this time with us. Peace, love. And I'll see you guys in the morning. You already know what it is. Peace.